So hello guys, I welcome you all to another video again. So here in this video we'll be making our weekly analysis as usual. So here in this video, that's what we are here to do. We are here to do our weekly analysis as usual. So what I'll be on today is I'll be on JPYX. So I'll be analyzing the Japanese yen index. So the Japanese yen index is what I'll be going on this week. So the last week I made a video on the GBP, JPY, the GJ. I made a video analysis on the GJ. So some of you might see it, and if you haven't seen it, I might tag it to this video so you can watch it and know why I'm doing this Japanese yen analysis, why I'm doing it, so you might know why. So here on the GJ, we are bearish on the GJ. So on the JPYX, the Japanese yen index. So you might be asking, why am I doing for the Japanese yen index? Why don't I do for the GJ or other currency pairs? So why I'm doing this is that when I analyze the JPYX, Japanese yen, the index, the currency index, when I analyze the currency index, you now can pick any currency of your choice and you can pair it with the Japanese yen. You can pair it with the index and you can trade with it. But first, before you do that, you have to know the bias of the market. You have to know the bias of the GJ, of the JPYX. You have to know what the JPYX is doing. You have to understand what it's doing. You have to know what the market is doing before you dive into any trade, either a buy or a sell. You have to know the direction or the bias of the market, so before you do any of that. So that's why I'm making this video on the Japanese yen index. So follow me and know what's happening on the Japanese yen index, then you compare it with other currency and you trade it for the week. So let's go right into the video. Here is it. Here is the JPY index. So this was our previous analysis. So I'm going to delete it and do everything afresh so you can see. So let's go to the weekly time frame. We are going to start from the weekly time frame. Let's start from the weekly time frame, so we know what we are on. So from the weekly time frame, we can see that we are on a downtrend. If you all agree, this is a downtrend. From here, let's say from here, this is a downtrend. To make it also brief, from here, this is also a downtrend. So you can see that this is a clear downtrend. We are still on a downtrend. So on a downtrend here, if we are bearish here, what should we be expecting on other currencies which are paired with the Japanese yen? We are expecting other currencies to be bullish. Even if you want to trade the GJ or any other currency that you want to pair with with the Japanese yen currency index, you know that you go bullish on it, because the Japanese yen itself, the currency, is bearish. So that's what we are on at the moment. We are bearish here. So what are we looking for? What is our edge now? What was our views now in this market? So we are looking forward to see where we can enter and where we can wait so the market to tap in before we enter. So we want to find an entry zone right here. Okay, so since we are bearish here, you can see we are bearish here right at the moment. If you remember my trend line, the touch of my trend line, how I explained to you, if you have watched the video, if you haven't watched, you can go and check it, how I use my trend line, the breaks of my trend line. So I'm expecting this trend line to be broken right here, to be broken right here, a push now to be broken. So that's what I'm expecting. So this is the weekly time frame. Let's go on the daily time frame. We are bearish. We know that we are bearish now on the Japanese yen index. So okay, so here right here, what we can see here also on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we are also bearish here. If you can see this is a bearish move. 1 2 3 4 5 6 for 6 days now. Days have been riding down, straight down, like straight bearish. There's a lot of bears in the market here. As we can see, there's a lot of bears. You can see this ride from here to this side. After the retracement, made a double top, I made a double bottom to say hit again. You can see this is another ride we are going on. So we're expecting the market to break. Expecting the market to break, if possible, this zone right here. So that's it. Okay, so expecting the market to tap in here. For now, we're expecting the market to tap in here. After every correction is going to make, expecting the market to come here. So once this JPY currency index is bearish, all that currency is going that is paired with it is going to be bullish. So we are on a buy on the GJ and other currency which are paired with it. So here, this is how maybe you don't know, you haven't watched the video on my trend line breaks, so I'll show you something very brief here. So all this trend line you can see here, they are meaningful. They add something, they add a lot to my charts. They are communicating a lot to me on this market. So I'll tell you a few of what it is. I'll tell you a few of the communication right here. So I'll be starting from this trend you see here. I'll be starting from this trend. I'll be starting from here. What you see here. Why this trend line? So why this trend line now? I drew this trend line to know the breaking points in the market. So in case you don't know, my trend line breaks works as this. I'll have 3 points. Point 1, point 2. The third touch usually breaks. So P1, if you see P1, let me write it in full. So this is my point 1 on the trend line. For my trend line here, this is my point 1. So my point 3 usually breaks. Focus now and see something. We are still on the daily. So my point 3 usually breaks. So whenever I see that whenever I see that my support trend line is breaking, whenever my support trend line is breaking, so it means I am bearish. And whenever my support trend line, my resistance trend line is breaking, I know that I am bullish. So that's how it works for me. That's how I do it. So I will use this one as my point 2 here. So this is my point 2. I'll start from some previous highs and low. So let's say when the market was here, using my trend line, this is my point 1. I'll now take my point 2 from here. Now this is my point 2. I'll mark it out so you see what I'm saying. This is my point 2 touch of the support trend line. What can you see here? If you are following this point 3, you can see that it breaks, it retests. This is a perfect entry for me. After this break, I see this break and I see a clear retest as this, I'm going to sell. That's how this works for me. So this is my best winning strategies I'm also showing to you here, so you can learn from it and you can also be profitable with it if you have the confidence to enter when you see this. If you just have the confidence to enter, if you are courageous enough to enter, this is the best winning strategies I've found here. So here now you can see my point 3, it breaks. So if the point 3 breaks, what will happen? What should I do next? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to extend this trend line here. There is not going to be my point 2 anymore, because I have to look for a new swing point in the market. So what I mean by swing point is a clear reversal point in the market. So where is the next clear reversal point in the market? Here, which you can see, and I'll mark it out for you, don't worry, so you can see. So here is a clear turning point in the market. You can see that the market retraced from there. So here now will be my point 2. Okay, so where is going to be my point 3 now? And the next touch. So what can you see on the next touch? You can see that there is a break on the next touch. You can see that there is a break on the point 3. So that's how it is. And after this again, you can see after the break, you can see a retest. This is a clear retest. is still a sell. You can see that immediately it starts selling. So I'm expecting the market to tap in here and break, retest, continue down. So that's what I'm looking forward to on the Japanese yen. So I'll still continue with what I'm saying here. So you can see that my point 3 is broken. So what will happen now? What will happen now is I'll still go here. You can see that this trend line is extending. At first it was standing straight, it was going, it was falling, it's falling to say it will fall till it comes to a straight line. You understand what I'm saying? Or it will bend, it will break this line. Then I know that okay, maybe we are trying to change direction in the market when it makes a double bottom, and if it breaks, another I will be continuing to the downside. But if you haven't reached here, we are still selling this market. So I'll show you. This is the point 2 now. This is the point 2. This is the previous point 2. So this previous point 2 is no longer necessary for us. It's no longer useful for us. So what are we going to do? We are going to move our support trend line again to this point. So making here, so pay attention to this now, making here now our point 2. You can see. So what are we expecting from all the previous ones we have seen? And this is not the first time I'm using these strategies. It's been a while. So what are we expecting? I'll zoom in for us to see this, so we can see it clear, very clear. So what are we expecting after all these breaks and stuff? So what we are expecting now, we are expecting a 0.3 anywhere. We don't know yet. We are expecting a 0.3, and once we see the 0.3, what's going to happen? And once we see the 0.3, what's going to happen? We know that there is going to be a break. We don't know the exact place is going to break, but we know that there is going to be a break on our 0.3. So this is what we are waiting for right here. And after the 0.3, you can see the market is here right now. So if you can tap in here, the market can tap in here, breaks, consolidates here. So with all these examples I've given and all of it, you can see that we are bearish on the JPY currency index. So this is how I trade these strategies, and I've shared it with you. It's a winning strategy which I just share with you. So you can see that my support trend line, why we are also bearish here, my resistance trend line, none of it is breaking. You can see that it's only 0.1, 0.2. It's been making 0.1, 0.2, and whenever it's making 0.1, 0.2, 0.1, 0.2, it means that the market is bearish. It's only when the market is bullish that my resistance trend line will be broken. But when the market is bearish, only the support trend line will be broken. So it's a very clear and simple strategies to use if you can have that courage to enter whenever you see the break and the retest. So I guess this is also and something again which I'm seeing here, I'm observing here. You see this trend line, you can see on the weekly. Let me go back to this weekly. That's what I want to show you. On this weekly, this trend line, you can see here, this point 1, let me mark it, this point 1, point 2, you can also see the 0.3 is broken. So what we are also anticipating now, after the break, you know, after every break there is going to be a retest. So this market might come to retest on this trend line, trend line. Then once you see the retest on this trend line, then we can go long from there. It will bounce back. So that's a clear and simple analysis here which I've made for you. Winning strategies I've also shown to you in this video. Hope you found this video helpful and valuable to you, because that's the reason why I'm here to give you the best value which I can, for you to know what's happening in the market and to share my ideas and my experiences with you also. That's why I'm here for you. So let me go to the 4 hour. I would love to go to the 4 hour, then After the 4 hour, we'll close for the day. So this is the 4 hour. So this is what's happening on the 4 hour. The 4 hour will still have some kind of space here. So the 4 hour, we can see we are having something like we are having the first leg, left shoulder, a head, if you can see. We are also getting something like this on the 4 hour time frame. So this is the 4 hour time frame. We are getting something like this on the 4 hour time frame. So we are selling, we are still bearish, we are not changing, we are bearish. So I'll place my position to. Okay, so that's all for this video. Thanks for staying, thanks for watching the video. So guys, I love you all. Peace.